What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Angry Jackal Rob Ricks. Sorry I'm late. I was showing my kids shit on the guitar. I was headbanging a little bit. My hair got messed up. Look up like my fingers are. You see that shit? That's from fucking playing on a goddamn guitar that hasn't been played in hella fucking years. Whew. I just finished doing a concert. Oh, yeah. I was all sweaty and stuff. Woo! Oh, nice. You can start banging on shit with that lightsaber. That's what I'm talking about. See, my lightsaber's in my pants! Ah, my pants! Oh, my fucking hell. Man, I have not played guitar in a minute. I blame Simukam. If he comes on, I'm gonna fucking say this. Because of you, motherfucker. Saw you playing guitar, and I was like, I miss playing my guitar. I like playing the guitar. It's nice. It's fun. So, I was at a pawn shop. Saw an amp. Couldn't pass up. It was like, it's a good price. It's a good price. Had all these effects built into it and shit. Just fun. Just fun. Got sound. Had to. Need sound. So that's the sound you're talking about. Oh, lordy lord, folks. Lordy lord. So I've been working on book stuff. We did a test run yesterday with the soundboard. Well, it's not really a soundboard. It's called a Steam Deck, but it has sound effects and stuff on that. And I think I got most of that figured out, but there were a couple of things I was like, uh-oh, I need to change that. I need to change some things. I went back and listened to it. There was actually an echo, and I figured out what it was. The speakers were playing, and it was coming up in a microphone. So I think I may have to rock little earbuds. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll rock little earbuds. That way I can hear the sound cues and stuff, so I know roughly where my cues are at and stuff like that. But I won't be like throwing mad echoes and reverb and shit in there that doesn't need to be there. So anyway, oh, by the way, it just showed up a little while ago and I'm all thrilled about it. So I wanted to see how the towels printed out because I wasn't sure if they were going to be any good. So I wanted to see the print quality. So print wise, it actually came out really surprisingly good. But you know, proof in the pudding is going to be when we go to wash these puppies, right? When you wash them, you know, after you spent the day at the beach or whatnot. And I was surprised that he came out as good as he did. But yeah, so big gigantic fucking towels. They work good. They look nice. It's soft too. It's really soft. Soft. Inside is soft too. Actually, it's got a little more texture on the white side. So this is the side I'd be drying off with. Let me dry off with this motherfucker. So I'm gonna take a shower later, put it through its paces, get it nice and dirty, and then wash it and see what happens. See, this has some instructions in here for washing. It shouldn't. I mean, towels should be pretty low maintenance deals. You just throw them motherfuckers in and wash. It says, look at that. So there is some special. It says, machine wash cold with light color separately using mild detergent. Do not bleach. Tumble dry, low heat. Do not dry, clean, or iron. Who irons towels? I'm sure somebody does, but I can't really see the need for doing that. So, tumble dry, low heat. I'd just hang dry the fucker. Is what I'd probably do. Made in China. You made in China. The towel, anyway. It's printed over in Florida. Oh, I love the blood. The blood looks like it. So, yeah. So, there we go. Boom. So that showed up, and that was pretty cool. For you guys that have been owing a bunch of shit as far as shipping, that's going out Monday. I got all my tape. I got all my boxes. More importantly, I have fucking money in my pocket. So, boxing robes. You know what? They actually do now have a hooded towel. That's about as close as I'm going to get. That's about as close as I'm going to get to that. Wow. She actually knew a person who did that. That's pretty crazy. Like I said, I'm sure there are some people, and there might be just a crazy obsession to have things nice and straight and, locked and loaded, but I'm not one of those. No, I'm not. I was trying to figure out what to talk about on today's show, and I've been trying to keep things on a positive level lately, but I gotta tell you, I am very, 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 very concerned. I am concerned because the sheer amount of laziness, selfishness, and I am hesitant to even utter the word wickedness because that implies a loss of morality that has not been seen since biblical references. But there is some insanity that is going on such a rampant level that it kind of freaks me out. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. And I just got this I got the sinking feeling we're about to go into phase 2 of my World War III scenario that I've been talking about for a while now. So, now that the whole Russian collusion thing has been somewhat mitigated slightly. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's up, Bronx? What's up, Brian? What's up, Paula? What's up, Lyra? What's up, Garen? What's up, Nutjob? What's up? What's up? Let's see. Yak, Vixen, Paula. Hello, everybody. Love from the bottom of my heart. Forgot today was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. It's totally Saturday. Tell me about it. Time's flying. Yeah, it's my belief that now that this whole collusion shit has been somewhat mitigated and kind of nipped in the bud, we're going to start seeing movement to go after the deep state operatives. I think we're going to see a change of the guard here. And, it's one of those things. It's kind of like, can't help but feel like a plantation slave. And some new masters roll in and they buy me. And now I'm wondering, because the last master was a fucking was a ranked bastard. Was just beating on me on a regular basis. Was sodomizing me. Was doing all kinds of horrible things. So now I'm wondering, is the new master going to be better, or is it even possible for the new master to be worse? So that's what I'm worried about. Well, Brian, you got to wonder. That fascism and that insanity that's there is not, it didn't cultivate on its own. It wasn't born out of nothing. Something cultivated that mindset. And the real fucked up thing is, what if it's a bait and switch? Because understand, these folks that we deal with are grandmasters. And I think I mentioned last week about different layers of the illuminated ones, right? Different factions, different controlling parties, etc. And I still stand by the fact that sometimes we think things happen for one reason, but there's another bunch of reasons why it actually happens. And that stuff is what kind of keeps me up at night, because I don't just peruse regular politics and looking at the different sides, because in my mind they're all heads of the same fucking monster. And that includes Trump. I don't put Trump on a white horse and say he's the savior and none of this other bullshit. To me, he's just a rich dude that might be playing a role, a different role, to help usher in the new masters. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see. Trump, what's it say? Trump releasing immigrant and saying everyone has to take the shots vaccine. I like Trump. Then all these Dems running into 2020 say first 100 days will take guns. Shit stinks. Yeah, good fucking luck. They're not going to take the guns. It's impossible for them to take the guns. The minute they make a real concerted effort to take guns is when blood is just going to fucking fill the streets. Because there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's going to be a key catalyst. There's going to be a point. There'll probably be some HD visceral shit. We're going to see, and it's all planned. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. It's like, again, I was really wanting to stay on a positive tip, but the more I'm sitting there looking at things, and the more I'm analyzing what's happening on the world stage, and I'm looking at cryptocurrency, and I'm looking at the demise of the U.S. dollar and everything else, it's inevitable. It has to happen. Now, the real question is, how quickly does it happen? Once it starts to happen, it's fast. Like when the switch is flipped, okay? The water surrounded states, all of the states on the far sides, like on the East Coast and the West Coast, they'll be hit hardest, fastest. And then it's going to bull and horn to the center of America. And that will take a little time to get dead center. But make no mistake, what's going to happen will affect us all. And here's the crazy thing. At last count of really, really, really legitimate possible scenarios of paradigm shifting events, there's at least 4 that I would say are highly probable as far as playbooks. So think of it as like I'm a quarterback, okay? I'm watching the opponent team, and I'm like, okay, I can call different plays. I can pass. I can fucking hand off. I can do whatever. But I got 4 good fucking plays, and I'm playing against a rookie ass JV team, and I am a fucking NFL fucking team. That's what scares me. And it's so many people willing to play these roles and willingly be pawns, sacrificial pawns, that just makes me say, holy shit. I watched Avengers the other night, and the sheeple that were there watching it, it just made my skin crawl. So we're sitting there, and granted, we're one of the last shows of the night. It was Thursday night. And then one person, and one of these two people would clap randomly. And then you would just hear the fire like spread, the idiocracy spread, like, it's like clap, 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 clap. And it's like, okay, you guys wouldn't have clapped unless those first two motherfuckers started clapping, right? And it's just like, and the only reason you're clapping is because you think this is some special event, blah blah blah. It's a fucking movie. Granted, it's a culmination of a bunch of movies that led to this, and people make events out of things that are just fun. Don't get me wrong, it was a good movie and it was a fun thing to go and see it. But in no way, shape, or form was I like, oh my god, this is such an event. Like I had to see it. Like I wanted to see it, but if I didn't see it, whatever. I didn't give a shit. I could wait a week or two. Even if somebody ruined it, somebody fucking came and ruined it, I'd be like, well, fuck, whatever. And I saw a lot of that. I saw a lot of that shit. Yes, yes, that is correct. Persia did change its name. Yeah, Iran. Um, but it's fun. You know what though? But here's the other crazy thing. See, people. So people go back only so far. People only go back so far. Stretch further. Go back further. In fact, I'm not going to say the name because it will guarantee get me in trouble. But, okay, there is a word familiar in these sporting events: football, basketball, baseball. There's one word in all three of those that is a common word. Don't type it. Don't say it. Just in your head. There's one word that is mixed into all three of those events. We got the basketball. We got the football. We got the baseball. Okay? So we got sports. All right. Now understand, there is a lot of iconography. There's a lot of, even the word logo. We go look up the word logo. You're gonna find some really fun stuff. There is a lot of very interesting things, and it's funny because people are feeling an awakening, and they're not quite sure what it is. They don't really know what to make of it. Like the feelings that they're feeling, the intense emotional draining that's going on. There's two things happening with that. One of this shit is this 5G rollout. And the 5G stuff is super scary, guys. That stuff right there is pretty much, that's checkmate in of itself. There's technology that exists right now that can affect you in ways you would not ever even imagine. We're not talking pain. We're talking a lot of cognitive dissonance stuff. We're talking things that not just make you shit your pants, but make you forget who the fuck you are, and sometimes even make you not able to move. Which is a very, very, very scary concept if you're running from something and suddenly you can't move. And 5G is a net. It is a wired network, close proximity, multi-tower, massive blanket that is being fast-tracked to cover most of the industrialized countries in the world. There are some places, like in Europe, for example, some of the nanny folks caught on that it was detrimental, and there were some adverse health effects to it, and so they were able to cock block things from that point of view. That's not going to stop everything. That just slows down certain areas, and for those areas that they can't force compliance, they'll just go stomp it with a big metal boot and just handle it that way. But the only thing that really is going to give us a chance with this stuff is put aside all this petty bullshit and actually start coming together. I'm hearing certain tubers that I like. One right off the top of my head that I actually really respect, and I'm worried. I think he's really putting a big bullseye on himself, and I fully expect somebody to take him out of the box pretty soon. It's Richie from Boston. He is pretty much a hair's breadth away from calling out for full up revolution, which also plays into the agenda. See, this is how sinister the groups are that we're dealing with. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. All right. I got 3 pins here. They're all blue. Okay. So my objective is to take out the blue pins. Okay. I know if I go straight after these blue pins, I can expect a forced retaliation or non-compliance or just people not doing what I want them to do. Now, the question is, how do I convince the people, you, to tell me to get rid of the blue pins so that it makes perfect sense and you don't fight me, you actually voluntarily come forward to comply to get rid of these fucking blue pins. Now I can't do something so subtle in a single dimension because some of you are smart and you'll say it on the internet. No, we can't do that, Rob. Can't do that. Blah blah blah. Okay. So, in a roundabout way, what I will do is I will falsely put out some information that says, let's say there is a component inside of the blue pins called Blue X, as an example. So I start to do a thing that shows there is this huge evidence to substantiate that Blue X, in even small quantities, can cause testicular cancer. Okay? Now, from one point of view, yeah, the guys would be like, hey, get rid of them fucking blue pins because I don't want my balls to get cancer. Okay? But that's not good enough because that's only going to take care of half the population because the women are going to be like, who gives a fuck if the guys have testicular cancer? It doesn't affect me. I like my blue pins. So that's a single facet. That's a single piece. Okay? Hey, what's up, Sumacom? I just want to say my fingers are fucking raw and sore because I was playing on a fucking guitar courtesy of you because you got me all reminiscent about my motherfucking guitars and shit. So anyway, talking about the way the fuckers that are trying to run shit fuck us on a regular basis. So, okay, Blue X causes testicular cancer. Men go, oh shit. But women are like, who gives a fuck? Okay, now, I come out and I say, these red pins, okay, red pins causes autism. Because there's something in the red spectrum that causes problems. And it just, something with the way this form factor is, causes autism. Whatever. Doesn't matter if this makes logical sense. Just follow the thread. Okay. So now, the women say, well, these form factors are detrimental in causing Asperger's. And some men say, yeah, that's fucked up, you know. Now, the men that are worried about their balls, they're also saying, holy shit, that's fucked up. Okay? So now we have 2 legitimate reasons for getting rid of all of these. Now, unrelated seemingly to this, some asshole says this green pin is the symbol of Nazi pride. Okay? This is a hate instrument now, right? So it's a hate instrument. Okay. Okay? Then somebody miraculously takes a pin and John Wicks a bunch of shit and kills a bunch of children with a fucking pin. Okay? And suddenly people are like, oh my god, pins are dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Okay? See how these are all over the place, right? But they have kind of a uniform feature here. There's something that's kind of related here. Now here's the rest of it. A bunch of plastic suddenly becomes super fucking expensive because this plastic plant or whatever gets destroyed. There's a random bomb, some shit happens, some random terrorist group or something else blows up this plastic factory, or there's something that causes plastic issue, or there's an environmental issue. Oh, plastics are detrimental to society and blah blah blah, and they're causing animals to die. True, true, true. These are all true statements. But understand, originally the objective was just to get rid of blue pins, okay? But now they're all mixed together. So now the cost of pins are 3 times as high as they once were. You got the autism, you got the testicular cancer, you got the hate crimes mixed into it, and you've got, it's a preferred weapon of jihadists to go and kill children, right? So now, individually, different groups are saying, well, we should ban this, or we should do this, or we should do that, blah, 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 blah. It gets to the point where me, the government, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, well, it's difficult. Corporations and blah, blah. Oh, so you guys always back up the corporations, but we got motherfuckers using weapons to kill children. We've got motherfucking hate crimes. You guys don't do anything about it. You don't do anything about it. Oh, and then there is, let's not forget the autism. Oh, and the testicular cancer. When will you guys finally get off your asses and do something? Okay, fine. We'll do something. We'll do this because we listen to you guys and we're your elected. Blah. Okay. We just got played. You see how convoluted and complex that plan was? Now, understand that plan, this whole plan right here, was concocted 80 years ago, 80 to 100 years ago. And they have been systematically putting all of these pieces together to do very, very simple things. To do very, very, very simple things. One of those is playing right now. Oh, nice. One of those things is to return us to serfdom, to make us servants again. To solidify control mechanisms, to make it easier for them to control us. Now, again, this is where it's going to really fuck with your head. Let's say I'm running the top Illuminati, the top one, the true one, the real all-seeing eye, the one that has been controlling things since Sumerian times, since the Watchers fell, okay? Been doing this shit for thousands of years, controlling and shaping the direction of man. Now it gets to the point where, things are a little bit fucked up. Let's fix this. But these guys aren't going to do what we want them to do unless there is a perceived bad guy. Okay? They create the Illuminati. They create this shadow government. And they allow these things to do all of these wicked atrocities. Because they know we're going to respond. But we're so predictable that they know if they put the right amount of pressure here, we'll move here. Pressure here, we'll move here. Pressure here. It's like sheep herding, right? Move you where we want to move you. Give you a semblance of freedom. Let you think you're free. Let you think you're making these decisions. But you're really just doing what we want you to do. So now they're at the point where they're like, okay, you know what? Humanity is at a juncture. They're at a point now where they are smart enough for us to disclose some things to them. But the problem now is there's fucking too many of them. There's just too fucking many of them. And because they're skittish and they respond like a pack animal, we have to be careful how we do things, because if a group runs, they all fucking run. And then we have chaos in the streets and shit's fucked up, and then we have to start all over, and it's going to take us thousands of years to get to where we want to get. Okay? So now they're like, okay, how do we do this? Let's thin the herd. Let's make the herd desperate. And then once they're in that state of desperation, whatever we present to them, they will eagerly take because they want to be put back in the Matrix. Let's do that. And it's cold-blooded because it's not like they haven't been telling us repeatedly over and over and over in all the fucking movies. And now there's stuff that popped off in this new Avengers as I watched it. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was something introduced in Avengers that's counterintuitive to what a lot of the other movies have been telling us for years and years and years and years. And that was slightly disconcerting because let's just say, for example, we have movies that have been telling us for decades that water is wet. Okay. And now we have this super influential movie that pretty much any capable person on the planet that has access to it will watch. Now it comes out and says water is dry. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That is fucking interesting as a motherfucker because the shit is just like that. Water's wet. No. Water's dry. What? You mean we've been wrong all this time? Yeah, water is dry. And it goes back to what I've been telling you guys. A lot of the established truths that we have seen in the world are hypotheses at best. Because really, when you stop and you look at certain things and you say, okay, let's prove it. You'll have a certain group of people to say, look, scientists have already proved it. Why the fuck are you going to be so dense to say, well, prove it to me? Well, I don't think I'm being dense and I don't think I'm being an asshole. I'm just asking a logical question that any rational person would ask, which is, okay, I agree with you to a point that water is wet, but why is it wet? Can you explain it to me? You're smarter than I am. Help explain it to me so I get it. Now, we sit in a world where my daughter the other day is talking about Tiananmen Square. She goes, Dad, isn't it horrible that dude got ran over by a tank? And I chuckled because that's not my memory. That's not what I recall. I recall Tiananmen Square, a guy had his groceries. He's standing in front of his tank. And every time the tank turned, this dude would move and he'd stand in front of the tank until at the end it was a stalemate and the tank just backed away. Done. But in her book, and what she was describing to me, the tank ran that motherfucker over and squished him. So how is that? How is that possible? Because I recall it. I remember seeing it on the TV. I remember talking with people going, wow, that's a powerful image. A person stood down a tank and won. I remember we were all like, wow, that's amazing. That is the most profound visual that a person can make a difference. But now, that's not what the kids see. That's not what they hear and read. He got ran over. That's kind of a good message, right? Comply or you could die. If you're faced with a superior opponent, don't fuck with that superior opponent because it will fucking run you over. See? A lot of you folks did not run him over. Yep. Video tank, man, backs up. But no. And I'm like, if I had saw that, I would have been like, oh, fuck. And I would have a totally different view of China today. Even though in my mind, I know China is responsible for massive atrocities. There is no disputing that. The same can be said for America. Look, I'm equal opportunist when it comes to calling a duck a duck. America, which I love. I will bleed for America because that is my homeland. I love America, but I'm not going to fucking lie and say America doesn't do some fucked up shit, because we are probably the biggest bullies on the block. We are the only country in the world to drop a nuclear weapon on another fucking country. And when you dig deep in that, you find out we didn't even have to do that. Japan was surrendering. They just wanted to keep their emperor and their political structure in place. So they went back channels, and America knew straight up Japan wants to surrender. Right? But they want to do it in an honorable way. They don't want to lose their emperor and blah, blah, blah. But we had Russia on the horizon. So we said, fuck it. Drop them motherfuckers. That's real deal. My kids just went to the Japanese festival. They had internment camps here in Utah for Japanese citizens after Pearl Harbor. They rounded up American citizens that were of Japanese ancestry and put them in quasi-concentration camps, work camps. They put them in camps, stripped them of all their wealth, all their businesses, just took it all from them and threw them in these fucking camps. And then when they were allowed to leave, they couldn't get none of their shit back. And motherfuckers say, oh no, that shit would never happen in America. Bitch, it has happened. Oh, well, America would never do fucked up things to its people. Tuskegee experiment. I could list a fucking bajillion fucking things that they've done to fucking black folks for days. So, let's be real. We're not sinless. America is not fucking the shining beacon of morality by any stretch of the imagination. And I think we could all look around us and we can see that pervasive wickedness in our fellow fucking Americans. It's not just even libtards or republicatards or whatever. It's not just one group of people. It's not. I know some Republicans, some conservatives, some very good fiscal conservatives that are completely morally corrupt. Evil fucking assholes. They might not be insane, running around acting stupid like we see some of the left, but they're evil. They're evil as fuck. They give no fucks about the environment, about the fellow man. They only give a fuck about them and theirs. Okay? But I see it, and I call a duck a duck. So, well, you could say Democrats made it happen, but Republicans allow it. It's not like Democrats have had control forever and a day. A lot of these experimentations that happened, that's what I said. I don't trust politicians, period. Fuck them all. I don't trust. They don't represent me. Really? You could point to a single. I mean, there are some politicians I kind of like their personality, but at the end of the day, they're impotent. One or two people in the political arena is this jack fucking shit, and so people thinking in a group think made it happen. No, so the funny thing is the hypocrisy of the world. People like to talk out the sides of their fucking mouth. They like to say, spout these, oh, I'm on a pedestal and this is how things should be and this is how I am and everything else, and I'm like, really? Like, I wish I had the power of Mr. Trouble so I could walk up to each one and say, so tell me, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And understand, if you answer this and I have control of you, I'm going to make you pick that razor up and I'm going to make you slit your own fucking throat. What's the worst thing you've ever done? I would hazard a guess, if we were talking political motherfuckers, I would hazard a guess that 80% of the motherfuckers would be laying dead on the ground with their own throats cut. That's, and I think I'm being conservative. Because If you know something bad is happening and you take no action to prevent it, to stop it, to voice your opposition to it, then you are party to it. Let that sink in. If you stand there and you see 3 men raping a woman and you don't do anything to stop that woman from being raped, you're a rapist. Rob, that's not fair. There's 3 men, man. You know, whatever. I didn't say step in and intervene. I said if you did not do something to stop that from happening, you have a cell phone. You have a voice. You could scream, I'm calling the cops, motherfucker, and run. Right? You'd be amazed at how scared and spooked motherfuckers get right at that moment. Shit, somebody saw us. Fuck, they're running. Fuck. They might stop what they're doing. But if you go, I'm not getting involved. I didn't see nothing. Okay, you're part of the problem, right? Somebody might say, that's harsh, Rob. Guess what? Every time I see some shit like that, every time I see something of that kind of a level, I intervene. I get involved. I say something. Every fucking time. And there's a lot of times I get fucked for it. That's that expression, no good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, or they use the cell phone to record shit and post it on fucking YouTube for 1 million fucking views. Shit drives me nuts. I really love these fuckers that do all these good deeds, but they're filming it. And then they have this little monologue that they do. And then there was this man, and no one acknowledged him. Nobody helped him. So we decided to give him a sandwich and $100. We were amazed at what he did. Oh my fucking hell. Really? Really? None of that shit was staged, right? None of that shit was fixed. I can see you. What's up? You need something? I'm just streaming right now.
I heard you saying something.
You can come in and listen. Go for it. Bring it downstairs, though. But yeah, I was sitting down there. I was waiting for my kids. I'm sitting inside this fucking Carl's Jr. And there were like 4 things that happened while I was in there that made me go, what the fuck? You know? First thing was, outside, I was watching people, because this particular Carl's Jr. had a viewpoint of like their dumpster, right? I saw like 3 groups of people just go get fucked up by the dumpster, just blazing out in broad daylight. I saw one dude doing a drug deal. He sold some pills or some shit. I had a dude come in. I'm trying to eat. He just smells like shit. So I get up and I move. He fucking follows me. He fucking goes and sits right next to me. I'm like, fuck this. So I just fucking throw my food away and get up and fucking go. And then as I was going outside, this chick is walking around. Does anyone see my phone? Anyone see my phone? And everybody's just ignoring this chick. You don't see my phone? You guys see the phone? You guys see the phone? I go, what's your fucking phone number? I'll call your fucking phone. You know what I mean? I fucking... There were at least 8 people that she went up to, and they just ignored her. And I'm like, so you sure your phone's around her? She's like, I don't know where I dropped my phone, but I dropped my phone. I'm like, here, let's fucking call it. You know? So we called it like 3 fucking times. And she didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Nobody picked up on the phone. I said, no, maybe somebody picked it up, or maybe you didn't drop it here. Maybe you dropped it at home or somewhere. She's like, oh. So she walked off, and she was fucking pissed. No, thank you. No, nothing. Just walked off. I was like, you're welcome. You know, and it's just, I just was like, fuck, are you fucking serious? You know, now granted, this was downtown. And downtown of any city is going to be filled with examples of bullshit like that. I will say hi to her, but she just went downstairs. But it's just fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. And I don't know. It's just, you try your best to do things to help people out, and then you get fucked for it. And then you try to do things legitimately by the book, and you get fucked for it. And then you look at these idiots being rewarded for being the absolute worst examples of society. And you gotta be like, wow. I have a it's funny because remember I told you there's a pervasive feeling, there's a profound sense of change, there's things coming. And it's kind of funny because I fight these urges. I really do, because I know that's what they want me to do. They want me to be just like Richie and say, you know what, enough's a fuck enough, right? They want me to be that way. Like I saw this thing on Seattle the other day. I was like, oh my God. And I saw this thing on San Francisco. I was like, holy shit. And I'm seeing this influx of fucking people from California coming into Utah, driving the prices of houses up. It's like a cancer. Like it's just this fucking this perpetual cycle of fucking shit, And so there's a big part of me. There's a big part of me that, is just like, okay, enough's enough. Just like Richie. But then I'm also like, wait a minute. You gotta be smart. You gotta be fucking smart, because they're playing us. They want us to do these things because guess what? By us doing these things, then we add another color pin to the pile, and that just helps them to do the shit. What did I say? Go downstairs and razz her for us. I'll leave her alone, man. She's a little stressed. She's got her final coming up next week, and she's done. There was a show a long time ago. It was a comedy. A lot of things I made fun of then are real now. Yeah, you're talking about Idiocracy. Idiocracy has now become a documentary. Oh yeah, I could actually call that phone number again. I actually could call it right here. Fuck it, let's see. Let's see if she fucking found her phone. That'll be fucking funny. It's right here. Just on speaker.
Hello?
Hey, is this a girl that was down at Carl's Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You found your phone then.
I did. Thank you.
Awesome. I was just following up on you. Just made sure you had your phone.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She got her phone, so that was right. She had her shit at home. She's probably like, holy fuck, that dude fucking actually called? That was good, Brian. She said thank you that time. But see, that's also kind of the point, right? How do we do things so out of the ordinary, so outside the box, that it forces people? Yeah, she didn't sound happy, right? But she did say thank you at the end. So that's all that matters. Oh yeah, she probably left it at home. That poor girl was walking around that fucking parking lot for 45 minutes. And then she came through the Carl's Jr. She was looking at all the different spots, and she asked the people, did somebody turn the phone in? And they're like, no. But she did say thank you there at the end. And she did say, I appreciate that. So, but again, when we were there, she was just so, fuck, where is it? She wasn't cognizant of the fact that she was so distracted she didn't even say thank you to the person that came and called her phone multiple times to try to help her find her fucking phone. She just said, oh, and she just walked away. And I was like, you're welcome, right? But now here I am hours later. Head up, hey, is this the girl from Carl's Jr.? You know, blah, blah, blah. Did you find your phone? Yeah, I did. She was fucking shocked, like, holy fuck, this motherfucker followed up. So maybe that's the key right there. Maybe we need to find things to force people to actually consider their actions and start with the basic civil niceties. It's funny. I'm Mr. Morris, one of our viewers, told me one of his favorite authors, this guy Martin Schiller, said, yeah, you guys should get together, guys, you could talk. I was, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. And so me and Martin been talking a little bit back and forth, and Martin just recently reached out and said, hey, my books are an audiobook. If you want to check them out, you know, I'd be happy to read your stuff, leave you a review, you leave me a review. And as an author, that's difficult to get reviews. It's difficult to get people to actually, one, read your shit, and then two, actually go up and leave reviews, because understand the reviews are what help people figure out what the fuck they want to read. Because if they don't see any reviews on it, like, I'm not going to waste my time with it. Which is fair as fuck, because I do the same thing. If I look at something, I'm like, damn, there's no reviews on this shit, right? I'm like, well, how do I know if it's good? I don't want to, run the risk it's shitty. Maybe I'll go look at Oprah's book club or some bullshit. You know what I mean? But so anyway, he and I have been going back and forth, and I listened to his first book, and here's the thing that struck me. It's got these characters, they're English. And listening to the old school mentality of, oh my God, I can't do this because socially, that's not correct. What would they think? Like, what would they think of my family? Right? And you think about the old school Asian mindset. I tell my kids, this is what I tell my kids to this day. What you do outside reflects the family, reflects me as your father. So if you go outside and you act like a fucking dumbass, they're not really looking at you as saying you're a dumbass. They're looking at me saying you're a shitty father. You didn't raise your children right. So because of that, whenever my kids are out in public, whenever they're at a friend's house, I have had, I don't know how many parents. Like, I'll talk to the parents later. I'm like, hey, I appreciate you letting my kids spend the night at your house. I hope they weren't too loud, too rambunctious. They're like, oh my God, no. Your child? Oh, they're so good. Well, I'm like, my child? What? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, they said thank you and please. And, oh, and they were like, can I have some more, please? And I'm like, they do that for you, though. Well, shit. All right, well, at least they're doing it somewhere. Right? At least that lesson stuck, and they do it outside. They'll do that for me. They do it outside for the world. But anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny because I'm reading Martin's stuff, and I'm listening to the main character as she's hemming and hawing about doing a certain course of action because it's not proper. It's not what a lady would do. And I'm just like, I missed that shit. You know, here earlier I'm reading this fucking bullshit. This chick was ragging on Avengers and Marvel and calling them out and saying Marvel doesn't represent LGBTQ. And I'm like, bitch, what are you talking about? Marvel is wrecking itself to bend over for you loudmouth fucking idiots. You convenient idiots. You know, I'm like, who gives a fuck if you want to have a dick? If you want to get a dick, go get a dick. I don't care. But you forcing society to change because you don't like a man telling a woman you're beautiful or a man being chivalrous and opening a door. You think that that's part of a white privilege and all this other bullshit? I'm like, come the fuck on. You're creating problems where problems don't exist. And that's what's really pissing me off. Like, I don't give a fuck if you fuck squirrels and you cram corn cobs up your ass and you wear a dress and you fucking ski down a thing listening to Britney Spears Hit Me One More Time. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're not interfering with my freedoms, you're not telling me how I'm supposed to live my fucking life, and you're not mandating to me that I have to accept you or I'm a racist. Because if somebody puts me in that spot, fine, then I'm a racist. Fuck you. Now you've created a fucking enemy out of me. Whereas before, I would have fought for your freedoms. I would say, hey, leave this motherfucker alone. They're just a unique individual. That's what they identify as. Leave them the fuck alone. It's okay. That's how they want to be. Let them be alone. As long as they're not fucking with nobody, leave them be. But then they come to me, well, you have to accept me. Oh, whoa. Hold up, partner. Hold the fuck up. Are you trying to tell me I have to think a certain way? As a grown motherfucking man who has lived my life, made my mistakes, got my scars and everything, you're telling me you're right and I'm wrong and you haven't even lived a quarter of my fucking life? Now we got a problem. Let's see here. Yeah, no shit, right? Look for the pile of bikes where exactly. Oh my god. Bought 2 books that arrived today. Stunt lightsaber training guide, swordsmanship. Nice. So you knew your father was looking for you. You knew you were gonna be. Yeah. My dad came. Shit, fucking dad. My dad never had to come look for us. Never. My dad, I think, one time stepped outside and yelled, "Robbie fucking Ricks." I heard, "Brr, brr." Fuck, like the Flash. I left my bike there. I'll get it tomorrow. I was there. Oh, I'm right here, Dad. I'm right here. Get your ass in the house eating dinner. Get partway through the door, swatted on the ass. It wasn't a bad one. I knew I was blessed. Oh, I got off with that one. No, fuck that. My dad didn't have to go look for us. Because I already knew. My dad had the rules, and he said straight up, I don't give a fuck if I thought the rules were right or if I thought the rules were wrong. The rules were the fucking rules. I did not question him until I became a grown man. Well, not even grown man. I was 18 when I questioned his shit. And he looked at me and he smiled. And he said, "Oh." And then he punched me. And I was on the ground looking up at him. And he said, "Get up." I'm like, "No, sir." He said, "You're a grown man. Get up now." "No, I'm a child." "Child, sir. Child, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'll stand corrected." "No, sir. I'm going to stay right down here. Right here. I'm good. I think I know what day it is. I'm staying right here." You know what I'm saying? Oh, my fuck. But no. These motherfuckers now, and it's not their fault. That's the thing I have to keep telling myself. This is one of the primary culprits right here. This shit right here. This is one of the primary culprits to the demise of society today. Technology. Their poor brains, their poor little fucking brains, don't understand that shit's fake. It's meaningless. It's masturbation. It feels real good, but it doesn't produce anything. Holy shit. Yeah, the countdowns. 1, 2. Okay. Whoa. What's with the numbers? Hey, I was getting up. But I got up so fast I fell down. You can stop counting. Look, I'm up. I'm doing it. Doing it, Mom. Doing it. But you do that now, it's child abuse. You're fucking up the kid's head. No, you telling a 3-year-old they could dress up in a fucking dress, put on makeup, parade around on the stage like you're a fucking whore, and everybody's clapping like it's something magical, that fucks up a kid. That fucks up a kid. Because what the insidious side that the rest of the world is not privy to is they take that 3-year-old in the back room where the pedophiles are, and the pedophiles are sitting out there beating off to this shit. And when that kid gets to a certain age, they're going to rape the shit out of him. And they'll probably pay the parents, and the parents will be like, okay, sounds good to us. You know? It's fucking stupid. Let's see, there was an article that addressed that about what was called in the South porch sitting. Let's see. Oh. Whoa. Your dad said, your mom said, oh. And sometimes he wouldn't have to say anything. Sometimes mom would be like this. Oh, I'm going to tell your dad. You're like, no, mom, no. What do you need done? You need a foot massage? And I am the foot massage motherfucking champ. I massage feet like nobody's business. You need a back massage? I got you, mom. Mom, no. Don't tell dad, okay? Let's keep that between us. No, I'm telling your father. No, don't tell dad. Please, don't tell dad. And she'd be like, tell your dad. This is a true story. True story. I'm across the street, 7-Eleven. I decide to steal Cloak and Dagger #1. 4-part miniseries. Been waiting for this motherfucker to come out. Had $20 in my pocket. I think the price for Cloak and Dagger #1, if I'm not mistaken, might have been like 75 cents. I could have bought it. I could have. But I was like, why buy when I can steal? So I grabbed the rack of Cloak and Dagger, and I stuck it in my pants, whoop, put my shirt over it. Cashier was not paying attention, caught slipping, had a whole belly of comic books. I look up, I meet the eye of a paramedic who's looking right at me. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm done, I'm caught. So I go over by the ice cream, lift up my shirt, slip them out, throw them in the fucking ice cream thing, close it, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I know we're made. So I'm telling everybody, put your shit back, put your shit back, put your shit back. We got caught. Don't steal anything. Like, oh, whatever, Rob, you're full of shit. Fuck you guys. All right, I'm out. So I see a cop car roll up. I go, like I'm going to walk out. I had a hood on. Fucking cop snatches my fucking hood, yanks me back. Chokes me, right? Cop's like, grabs me, tells the rest of the kids, come here. Of course, my friend's got drugs on him. I'm like, oh shit. The paramedic looks at me for a second, and he looked familiar. He goes, I think I know your dad. I'm like, oh fuck. The cops all, yeah. What's your home phone number? I'll call your dad. I'm like, no, don't call my dad. Take me to jail. Like, I was so afraid of my father, I straight told this cop, fuck that. Take me to jail. And he's like, so he's checking me. There's nothing on me. So technically, I didn't steal shit because I did not leave the premises. Okay. Now I wasn't being a smartass. I wasn't about to say nothing. I said, go ahead, take me to jail. Let's go. Because I know my dad is asleep across the fucking street, and I'm like terrified. No, don't call my dad. Right? They call my dad. Fuck. Because the paramedics know my dad. Here comes my dad. Dome. He asked the cop, what happened? Well, they saw he was going to steal some comic books. And at that point, my dad grabs the hood in the back of my thing and turns it. And I can feel it getting tight. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And he goes, so he stole? And he goes, no, he didn't have anything on him. Okay. But he did try to steal, right? He's like, yeah. And then he said, and then these two had drugs on them, and they were my friends. So my dad's looking at me like, you stupid motherfucker. I'm like, I didn't do nothing. That's them dumb fuckers. I don't do drugs, Dad. So then he goes, okay. Cop's like, all right. My dad tells the cop, oh, don't worry. I'm going to take care of this. Cop's like, smiling. Oh, I'm sure you are. He looks at me. Yeah, you're fucked. My dad smacks me one time. Back of the head. Boom. Knocks me forward. I go into a full sprint. Run across the house. Close the door. Lock the door. I'm like, oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. Hey, what's up? I'm like, my dad's going to get me. My dad's going to get me. I hear the keys. I'm like, oh, he's got keys. I run to the bathroom. I close the bathroom door. He comes. I just want to talk to you. No, you're gonna kill me. No, I'm not gonna kill you. Open the door. No, you're gonna kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. Open the door. I knew at that point. Anything I did at that, I was done. Done. Wore my ass out. And my mom came home and she's all, oh, I raised a common thief. Then my mom does the emotional damage. She tells me, I didn't raise you to be a thief. I hate you for being a thief. Well, I didn't hear the for being a thief part. I heard the I hate you. And here's my heart exploding. But you know what? I deserved it. But yeah, I did not want my dad. I told that cop, take me to jail. Take me to jail. Fuck that. Because if I fucking go home, my dad's going to kill me. So anyway. Yeah. Let's go through these comments here real quick. Yeah, let's go through the comments here. Brian, difference here, Dad. I punched my dad back. I beat his ass down. I was tired of being his punching bag. Yeah, see, there's a difference. There's a difference between discipline and being a dick. Okay? And sometimes people, when they have no control in their life and they feel the victim, they victimize their fucking family. And those people deserve whatever they get. So, good for you. I'm glad you beat his ass. I'm not saying everybody was right. There was a way, though, when we were raised that was a little heavy-handed, and I don't think that was a bad thing. Now, I do understand, you know, as a father, I told my daughter this the other day. I said, as a father, you hurt those closest to you. The other day, I was having a really bad day. I was tired. I was frustrated. I had a lot of stuff that was going on. And then my wife called me up from the car dealership. And she was telling me what the prices were going to be for tires. Your tires are fucking bald. I said, you need to get some fucking tires. And I was doing bills and I was stressing the fuck out. And then she said, oh, I'm here and they're saying it's 700 and something. I can't remember. And I'm like, fuck, it's the fucking, I'm like, fucking $700 fucking dollars. Are you fucking serious? I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? And so I was a fucking complete dick to my wife. And she said, fine, whatever. She hung the phone up. And I'm like, God damn it. Fuck. So I took a breath, called my wife back. I apologized. I said, look, I'm really sorry. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I got a lot of shit I'm thinking about, I'm dealing with. I said, I'm really sorry. I apologize. She was like, yeah, okay, whatever. She's one of those ones, she gets mad, she stays mad for a little while. But, you know, by the end of the day, everything was fine, which is good. That's a super good thing. And so I was telling my daughter, as my daughter was witnessing some of the blowback from that shit later on in the evening. And I was trying to explain to her and my middle daughter, I was like, you know what? Sometimes I will do some dick ass shit and I really don't mean to. You guys are just at ground zero. You guys are like right there and the shit happens. Now, I consider myself a very, very, very loving, caring person. And I have pretty good control over what I do. Now, I'm not saying what these motherfuckers ever did was right. I'm just trying to tell you, from a father point of view, there is no right and wrong way. I'm sorry, that's not correct. There is no parenting guide that is one size fits all. How's that? And a lot of times we get raised the way our father was raised. And sometimes that shit's a little hard. But I grew up with a lot of friends who had alcoholic parents that were super fucking abusive. I remember my boy Dino. We had a house full of drug dealers. And he sold and stole and used a bunch of their acid. And when they caught his ass, I didn't see his ass for a month. We thought he was dead. We literally thought he was dead. And a month later we saw him. He was still bruised up. So it's difficult. It's difficult because society does not raise the children like they used to. It used to be, at least when I was younger, in certain sized towns, like we knew a lot of people. So if I was doing something wrong, my dad would find out. And then my dad would come and he'd course correct me. He'd say, "You don't do that. That's what a common idiot does, and you're not a common fucking idiot." And I'm like, okay. And then he'd beat my ass. Not abusively by my standards, but by today's standards, they would say, "Oh, he used a belt on you," or "Oh, he hit you with his hands enough that there were marks on your ass," and blah, blah, blah. That's abuse. And I'm like, no, I was a dumb fuck and I was doing stupid shit and I got caught and he was punishing me. And I don't have a problem with that. Now, people that would come home and put out cigarettes on their fucking kids and drink and then take a belt and beat the frustration that they were having because of their impotency at work and everything else, those people deserve a special place in hell. I understand why they are that way, but I still also think there were things that my dad did to me that I have never done to my children. And sometimes I wrestle with it because my kids don't hustle and think like I think, and I think part of that is because of the way that my dad raised me. But what's worse, that's a thing. Again, that's a father thing where you're like, damn, am I raising pussies, or am I sparing them some of the hardships that I went through, and is it really doing them any good? So it's rough because I feel bad for a lot of people that have really shitty parents. There's some people, I hate to say it, there are some people though that are just not equipped to be parents. And so again, some of that is because society is not necessarily raising and rewarding the best role models out there. They don't reward people like me for doing the right things. They just say, that's expected. You're supposed to be that way. You're like, really? But you're going to reward this piece of shit who is cheating, doing all this other stuff. He's caught lying. He's embezzling, blah, blah, blah. But because he's a celebrity, well, okay, he's the role model? So anyway. Yeah, it sucks. A lot of shit needs to change, but we had a belt named Ghost. We knew to do whatever Mom told us before my grandma, who raised me, got out the ghost. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to deal with that shit, Brian, but at the same time, I think the shit that you went through ultimately made you who you are. So even though it sounds fucked up, I thank your dad for making you who you are, because I really like you. I think you're a fucking good dude. So a lot of times we are the sum result of all the shit we go through. Change one or two key variables that ultimately changes who we are, who we end up being. I have a firm belief we go through the shit we go through because that is the tempering of the blade. That's the firing of the blade to see, if we can handle the heat treat. And looks like your edge was sharp because you didn't break. You were able to beat his ass back. So kudos to you. A child needs to understand the difference between a child and someone who's grown. Yes. Dad's belt's coming off. Yep. I'll be over 4 foot, Rob. Should I do it? And not in a gay way. I'm that good. I start at the heel, boom, 2 right in the heel, then I work it up and I go right in that arch. Just roll that arch like that. Boom, get up to the big toe, push that big toe back, get that ball right down there, rub around the bottom. I got technique. Man. I'm serious. I'm fucking really, really good with the foot massage. Even the back massage, because I kind of give what I wish I could get. It's a sad truth. There. Problem is there's too many adults that treat their children like, that's right. They're not equals. You're not there to be your fucking friend. I love my kids. And I'm tickled if I can have a conversation with them where they get it and they understand something. But if they fuck up, I'll be the first to say, you're a dipshit. What the fuck are you doing? That's not right. You're not supposed to fucking do that. Do it right. Porch sitting, where the family sits on a porch, greeting neighbors. I have that over here. I actually have a bunch of new people that have moved in these houses. We have a little bit of a community here. We even have our own little fucking Facebook page. It's pretty funny. And I like that. I like that I know most of my neighbors. I know my name. It's the first time as an adult that I've been in an environment like that. Nut job. Mom and dad divorced when I was, how old? 2. Wow. I was more scared of mom and respected her more. WTC was because dad had disrespected us both. Yeah. My mom, through a lot of different situations, ended up raising me for a while until I was 3, and then I met my stepdad, who I thought was my dad, and he pretty much raised me, and he was my father figure. So he wasn't my biological father, but I loved him like he was my biological father. Yax has been there. He must have got it. Oh fuck! I would get some good fucking beatings. Yeah. Don't you? Yeah, reconciled before he died 2 years ago. That's good. At our age, guys, if you can get that closure, you can reconcile something, even if you just get to that, okay, let's agree to disagree, and you're able to say your piece and they fucking die. Oh my god, that's fucking valuable, because I didn't get a chance. I had somewhat closure with my biological father, but then he died, and there were still some things I wish I could have said to him, but it is whatever. It is what it is. What can you do? Let's see. Takes a village to raise a child, and every town needs a rough sheriff. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Quit talking to my dad for about a year and a half over drinking. Now he's sober and doing good. Good, man. That's good. Yeah, some people are assholes when they drink. I'm a happy drunk. Like, when I get drunk, fuck, we just laugh and have a good time. But I have 3 friends that become complete fucking monsters when they drink. And they shouldn't drink. Period. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Let's see. 700 for tires. Yeah, they were like Yokohama's, and I'm like, no, we're not going there. And this whole all-wheel drive stuff just fucking kills me. I'm just like, got 2 tires that are out of alignment right now, and one is pretty bald. So wouldn't you say that tire is a little bit different than all 4 of the tires? So really, your all traction control, blah 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 theory is kind of bullshit, guys, because she's been driving dirty like this for about a year now, and the car stops well, it does everything it's supposed to do in the rain, and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna call bullshit, but I would like her to have all fresh tires and blah blah blah. So no, we worked it out. I got it figured out. I solved it, so it's fine. But holy shit, I was stressed the fuck out. Lyra Lope, my mom used to spank our butts all the time, but we deserved it. Right. Father only hit me once with a belt buckle behind the knee because I complained about something. He later came and apologized. Well, you got an apology. My dad hit me with a belt buckle and it stuck in my ass cheek, and he didn't apologize. But he never hit me like that again. So I know in his way, he felt bad about it. But he was just a man that didn't really show affection and really never even showed like, I don't think my dad ever told me sorry for anything ever. But one time when he was high as fuck, he said some shit that broke me down and really fucking gave me insight into the way his mind worked. And I was like, wow, okay. Let's see. Sometimes the kids don't realize they're the only seeing part of the story too. Well, that's the way it is always. I tell my kids all the time, I said, listen, you will never, ever, ever get the full story of me. Ever. Because it's not appropriate. There are things in my past you have no business knowing. Just as there are things that I do day to day you probably will never understand. You might, as an adult, have a glimmer of insight, but you're not going to understand it. You're not going to know because you can't know unless you walk a mile in my shoes. And so, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But the same as with them, I'm like, there's tons of shit you do I don't get, I won't know, and I don't understand, and I probably don't want to understand. So, oh fuck. My mom and her boyfriends, drug dealers, were super abusive. Yeah, fucking idiots. Oh, I know, Brian. I know. I could tell that about you. You know, you like to talk a little shit and stuff like that, but you're probably like I was, the class clown. You know, joking about stuff, and that's kind of how we cope with shit. We tell jokes. You know. Oh, song, The Little Girl. I'm going to have to look that song up. John Michael Montgomery called The Little Girl. Oh, great. Perfect. Thank you, Paula. You gave me everything I needed there. My stepdad is my hero. Great man. That's good. That's good. I think we all have somebody in our life, even if it's not family, it's just somebody that is kind of instrumental in guiding and kind of shaping things. Like, I've had a few people that were really instrumental in turning me around, doing things with me. Ryan, you have a family here, buddy. Love you too, Ryan. Fucking crazy guy. Paula, let's see what to say. Nut job. I was proud of my dad later in my life, sober from 87, raised great kids, my sips. You know, it's the father-son paradigm is always so fucking difficult because from a father's point of view, we want our kids to live up to a certain expectation, but it might not be what our kids want, right? And then from the kid's expectation, fuck, dad's so fucking hard on me. Why can't he understand the shit that I'm passionate about? You know? And it's a give or take thing, and there's this dominance that we try to exert over each other. And it's funny because my son, him being passive and mellow and not challenging me or anything else, kind of drives me nuts. Like, I'm like, the fuck, kid? Come on, get with it. He's not. And I'm like, fuck, whatever. I'm a happy drunk, but piss me off when drunk. You're going to the hospital at least. You know, I can honestly say, as long as I've been drinking now, I've never had anybody give me a reason to be mad at them. I don't get mad at people when I'm drinking. I'm like thinking in my mind, we're celebrating. So when I'm celebrating, it's hard for that mindset to go into a dark place because I'm with people. Normally when I'm drinking is with people I care about, that I like Ryan. Like, if I drink with Ryan, it's because I feel safe. I like Ryan. He's a good fucking guy. We have a good time. But I haven't. Yeah, and I've had some people that have kind of come up and challenged me a little bit while they were drunk, but never got physical. So, you know, I guess that's good for us, right? Let's see here. My dad never showed affection till I was an adult and earned it in his eyes and grew up a good man. Well, there you go. Sometimes I've never had that. I've never had my dad tell me, you know, my dad, never ever. We never got to that point. We never got to that point where he could have said something like that. You know what I mean? only thing he ever said, and he was, like I said, he was high as fuck, was I'm hard on you because I know you won't be a fuck up. And that was as close as it got. That was it. You know, that was it. That was it. Let's see. One year we had to drive all the way from Illinois with flashers and me feathering the brakes because taillight fuse kept popping. Oh, that's crazy. So you won't tell them your affair with a tranny midget? Fuck you, Jay. There was no tranny midget. Ugh. I couldn't get it up with that, man. That is not. Ugh. That's my wife sent me this. My wife's on this thing called TikTok. She likes it. She thinks it's funny. She sent me this fucking fat midget dancing on a pole because it was like a fat midget stripper. She sent that shit to me, and I was like, ugh, what the fuck? Why would you send me this shit? Ah, my god. Let's see. I giggle for a few and drunk, then go to bed. That's awesome. That's good. Big topic. Cool to see so much sharing from everyone. Yeah, it's. I think most of the folks that are here feel pretty close, so there's not a lot that we really worry too much about. Tranny midget dressed as an Ewok, a little more acceptable, but I'm not a furry, so that doesn't really float my boat either. I had a friend that I looked to almost as a grandfather who I met shopping at Native American Trading Post. He was one of the owners. Sometimes you run into people and they become part of your like spirit group. You know what I mean? What's up, Stevie G in the motherfucking house? I hope you're doing well, Stevie, man. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. That's why people like us are here. I think calm things down. Thank God. Yeah. We need to find ways to deal with all of this craziness, all of the social stress and anxiety and everything, and just find positive ways to help each other. Because I tell you guys, the plan is to really fuck us. The plan is to really fuck us hard and not really fuck us in such a blatant way, but it's more like trick us to fuck our own selves. That's the mind, the Jedi mind trick they're trying to play on us right now. Oh yeah, totally, Yak, totally. Let's see, what is this? Happy drunk. Well, had someone hit me with a baseball bat. It was, well, fuck. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Drunk or not, a fucker come at you with a bat. You got to lay it down, right? Stevie, not really, but I'm here. Hey, man. As long as any day you're on the other side of the grave is at least positive from that point of view. I hope I think about you on a regular, man, and I'm hoping that you're feeling some of that love. I hope you're feeling that somebody's rooting for you. Because I tell you, sometimes it's real easy to feel alone. It's real easy to feel like nobody's got your back or anything else, especially on the shit like Facebook, man. You know, people want things from you and you do things and you ask people for a simple thing and then it's crickets, right? You're just like, are you fucking serious? You know? But all you lopes, all you crazy motherfuckers, I think about all of you guys on a regular basis. And truth be told, that's the only reason I even keep Angry Jackalope shit going, really. Let's see here. My mom, before she passed, remembered one time when I was younger, she smacked my ass because I told her to fuck off. 35 years later, she apologized. Even after she had her stroke, she remembered. It's funny, right? It's funny how there's these key events that happen. And it's funny because those are instrumental in our personality and our realities. Like, my mom still remembers the one time she slapped the shit out of me. What made it worse, I had an external ear infection. For those of you who do not know what that is, it's a regular ear infection, but the side of your head and your ears are hypersensitive. So she smacked me, and normally I would have took a hit like no problem, but she had smacked me in such a way it felt like the side of my head fucking exploded. And because she misheard me, I said, "Why are you a witch?" She heard, "Why are you a bitch?" And she smacked me, rightfully so. And but she wasn't paying attention to the context of the way things were going. She had punished me and cackled about something, and I said, why are you a witch? Like, I was asking her, why was she cackling like a fucking witch? Because I was kind of just inquisitively asking, like, why are you a witch? Like, why are you like that right now? This is freaking me the fuck out. And then she thought I said bitch, and she fucking pow. But she still feels bad about that shit to this day. You know, this is kind of funny. No tranny midgets. Stop it already. Let's see. Let's see. I've been drunk twice in 62 years. Once on Purple Jesus in college after finals. Second time at Aftershock. Oh my fuck. Oh damn. That'll do ya. Oh yeah, I need to grab your shipping address. Got a package in you. Okay, I'll send it to you. Let's see. CB radio. I miss CB radios. Yeah, I was thinking about getting my my ham stuff, getting my license and stuff. I've got these radios here, and I can't do anything with them really because stop it. No, actually, I laid a mandate down. I think after the very first live story time, I think we had tranny, and we had another one that had midget, and I said, okay, I'm going to retire certain words because I refuse to continually field tranny, midgets, clowns, razor, rusty blades, etc. There's certain ones I'm like, nope, we're done. I'm not doing that one. Because it's hard enough for me to bust those stories off real time. You know what I mean? That's right. See? You remember the big tranny with the huge balls. Exactly. Oh my fucking hell. Anyway. Alright, looks like we've gone way over the hour. This one ended up just being kind of a venting session for me just because this pervasive idiocracy that just, and this wickedness that just continues to grow. Like we have to start calculating and looking at things and saying, okay, I'm angry right now and I want to lash out, but is that what they want me to do? Is this the trick? Are they trying to trick us to bring in the next phase of the plan? And that's the tough part. That is the tough part, you know. We are honing your story writing skills. Oh, tranny midget with a shaved groin. Exactly. Groin. See, I think I said that right. Groin. Fuck. Anyway, so I'm going to end it here, guys. There will be a story time tomorrow on the Robert R. Ricks channel. That one is going to be, those are always fun. So we'll be having some pretty good things there. Nazi Nosferatu tranny midget. Wow, that's a mouthful. That's what she said. So, bring tranny midgets back to story time. Yeah. Thank you guys for spending time. I know you guys always have a choice, and hanging out with me on a Saturday, this really is the highlight of my week. I spend most of my time working, so when I get to spend time with you good fuckers, it makes me happy. Alright, so that's it for now. If you like it, please subscribe, tell your friends far and wide. Until next time, motherfuckers, please be good to yourself, good to each other, go out, live life to the fullest, ride the bus till the wheels fall off, get some scars, tell some stories, find some love, be good. Keep your head on a swivel, guys. Always keep your eyes open. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Adios.